Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Modi approves 3 new corridors as part of Delhi Metro's Phase 5A project. Union I&B Minister informs nearly 5 lakh crore infrastructure projects rolled out in PM Modi government's third term. ISRO launches US ComSat Bluebird Block 2 mission aboard its heavy-lift LVM-3 rocket from Sriharikota, adding yet another feat to India's space journey. And Thailand and Cambodia militaries hold talks on resuming ceasefire after 16 days of fierce border clashes that claimed lives of at least 86 people. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday approved the Delhi Metro Rail Project Phase 5A, marking a significant expansion of the capital's mass rapid transit network. Announcing the cabinet decision in New Delhi, Union I&B Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the project will cover 3 major corridors and will also reduce carbon emission.
अप्रूव हुए रामकृष्णा आश्रम आरके आश्रम मार्ग से इंद्रप्रस्थ 9.9 kilometers at an investment of 9,570 crores. Aerocity to Airport Terminal 1, 2.3 kilometers, 1,419 crores. Tughlakabad to Kalindi Kunj, 3.9 kilometers, 1,024 crore rupees. इस एक्सपेंशन से दिल्ली में 33,000 tons CO2 emission every year will be saved.
Under the approved project Phase 5A, 13 new stations including 10 underground and 3 elevated will be constructed over 3 years.
अप्रूवल हुआ है वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. इसको Phase 5A कहा जाएगा. This will be Delhi Metro Phase 5A. 13 stations इसमें बनेंगे. 10 underground and 3 elevated stations. 16 kilometers नई लाइन इसमें बनेगी. 16 kilometers and the total investment will be 12,015 crore. At an investment of 12,015 crore, 16 kilometers will be added to the Delhi Metro line, railway Delhi Metro network with 13 more stations, 13 new stations. With this, Delhi Metro network will cross 400 kilometers.
The Union Minister also said that the Modi government has rolled out infrastructure projects worth nearly rupees 5 lakh crore during its third term.
कुछ महीनों में प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की ऐतिहासिक तीसरी टर्म में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे इन्वेस्टमेंट बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट हुआ है और उसका लाभ हमारे मिडिल क्लासेस को, हमारे लो इनकम फैमिलीज को बहुत अच्छा उसका रिजल्ट मिल रहा है. आपके सामने पूरी डिटेल एयरपोर्ट, पोर्ट्स, हाईवे, रेलवे, मेट्रो, इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स, हाउसिंग, हाइड्रो पावर और रोपवेज करीब 12.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट इन सब में जा रहा है, जिससे कि देश का फ्यूचर, देश के भविष्य की नींव बने, विकसित भारत की नींव बने.
Adding another feather into the cap of India's space journey, Indian Space Research Organization or ISRO successfully launched the Bluebird Block 2 communication satellite aboard its heavy-lift LVM-3 rocket from Sriharikota. The historic mission, under a commercial deal between ISRO's arm New Space India Limited and US firm AST Space Mobile, aims to deploy a next-generation satellite providing high-speed cellular broadband directly to smartphones across the globe.
LVM-3 Bahubali rocket M6 launch vehicle has successfully and precisely injected the Bluebird Block 2 communication satellite in the intended orbit. This is the first dedicated commercial launch for a customer from USA, that is AST Space Mobile.
LVM-3, developed by ISRO, is a three-stage launch vehicle comprising two solid strap-on motors, a liquid core stage and a cryogenic upper stage. It has a lift-off mass of 640 tons, a height of 43.5 meter and a payload capability of 4,200 kilograms to geosynchronous transfer orbit. In this mission, LVM-3 M6 placed the Bluebird Block 2 satellite into the low Earth orbit and is the largest commercial communications satellite deployed in low Earth orbit. It is also the heaviest payload launched by LVM-3 from Indian soil. In its earlier missions, LVM-3 successfully launched Chandrayaan-2, Chandrayaan-3 and two OneWeb missions carrying 72 satellites. The previous launch of LVM-3 was the LVM-3 M5 CMS-03 mission that was successfully accomplished on November 2nd, 2025. India's civil aviation sector is set to see new entrants, with Shank Air, AI Hind Air and Fly Express receiving no objection certificates from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, clearing their way to begin operations. Civil Aviation Minister recently met teams from the three aspiring airlines, noting that Uttar Pradesh-based Shank Air had already secured its NOC earlier and is expected to commence operations from 2026. Operated by Uttar Pradesh-based Shank Aviation, the airline aims to expand its fleet to 20 to 25 aircraft over the next 2 to 3 years. AI Hind Air and Fly Express have also received their NOCs this week from the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Currently, India has 9 scheduled domestic airlines, with Indigo and the Air India group together commanding over 90% market share. December 24th marks the National Consumer Rights Day. This day is observed to spread awareness about the rights and responsibilities of consumers. At an event in New Delhi, India's Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Prahlad Joshi, said that empowering every consumer and protecting their rights remains the government's core objective. He stated that the Consumer Protection Act 2019 has strengthened consumer through new legal provisions. The minister also noted that today's consumers are diverse and increasingly digital.
Narendra Modi ji had given a clarion call. Protection of consumer interest is a priority of the government, and New India will have best consumer practice and consumer prosperity. This year's theme, efficient and speedy disposal through digital justice, reflects our firm resolve to ensure that justice is timely accessible and responsive. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 replaces the erstwhile 1986 Act and is a landmark reform which emphasizes the consumer protection and consumer care.
In international updates, the European Union and some member states reacted sharply on Wednesday to US sanctions imposed on 5 European figures involved in regulating tech companies, including former European Commissioner Thierry Breton. They were responding after the US State Department announced Tuesday it would deny visas to the 5, accusing them of seeking to coerce American social media platforms into censoring viewpoints they oppose. France and Germany also condemned the news from Washington. A statement from the Commission said that they have requested clarifications from the US authorities and remained engaged. Breton, the former top tech regulator at the European Commission, often clashed with tech tycoons such as Elon Musk over their obligations to follow EU rules. French President Emmanuel Macron also slammed a decision by the United States to impose visa ban on former European Union Commissioner Thierry Breton and also 4 other European figures. In a social media post, Macron said that these measures amount to intimidation and coercion aimed at undermining European digital sovereignty. 3 people were killed in a bomb blast on Wednesday in Moscow after 2 police officers approached a man acting suspiciously near the site where a senior general was killed 2 days ago by a car bomb that Russia said was planted by Ukrainian intelligence. A string of Russian military figures and high-profile supporters of the conflict have been assassinated. The Ukrainian military intelligence has said it was responsible for a number of attacks. Russia's State Investigative Committee said that when two police officers approached a man who was acting strangely, they were killed by an explosive device, adding that a third person was also killed. It said it opened criminal cases under clauses dealing with the murder of law enforcement officers and the illegal trafficking of bombs. Russia said it suspected Ukraine was behind the killing. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov met his Syrian counterpart Asad al-Shaibani in Moscow on Wednesday. Earlier, it was reported that the country's foreign and defense ministers met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on Tuesday to discuss expanding military, political and economic cooperation with a focus on strategic collaboration in defense industries. A Libyan delegation visited the site of a private jet crash near Turkish capital city of Ankara that killed Libya's Army Chief of Staff Mohammed Ali Ahmed al-Haddad and several others. Accompanied by Turkish security forces, the delegation inspected the wreckage at this crash location. Turkish authorities said that the jet reported an electrical failure and requested an emergency landing shortly before going down on Tuesday. Turkey's interior minister also said that the voice recorder and black box was found after the crash. Libya's internationally recognized government confirmed that Army Chief, members of his entourage and 3 crew members were killed in the crash. Military officials from Thailand and Cambodia began talks on Wednesday, days after neighbors agreed to discuss resumption of a ceasefire after 16 days of fierce border clashes that have killed at least 86 people. The talks come 2 days after a special meeting in Kuala Lumpur of Southeast Asian foreign ministers convened to try to salvage a truce first brokered by ASEAN chair Malaysia and US President Donald Trump after a previous round of clashes in July. Thai Defense Ministry spokesman has said Wednesday's meeting of the General Border Committee would last 3 days and could pave the way for an agreement. The talks were held at a border checkpoint towards the southern end of their 817-kilometer frontier. The meeting is the most significant step since fighting re-erupted and follows separate, unsuccessful efforts by Malaysia, China and the United States to bring the two countries to the table. Let's take a look at what else is making news around the world. A local court in Pakistan has extended the interim bail of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party founder Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi in cases related to May 9 violence and other matters. Khan has been directed to appear at the next hearing either in prison or via video link while hearing their pre-arrest bail pleas. Christmas lights have illuminated the old city of Syria's Damascus with joy and festivity. Government forces are on patrols across the city to ensure tight security protocols amid concerns from the past Christmas. And Santa Claus has set off on his annual Christmas Eve journey on December 24, with NORAD once again tracking his global gift-giving mission. The tradition began in 1955 after a child mistakenly called a military operations center asking for Santa, and is now carried out by the US-Canada Joint Aerospace Defense Command using its tracking technology. And still to come on this edition of DD India Live. We'll show you the excitement among people in India ahead of Christmas Day.
Welcome to the land of breathtaking, natural splendor, magnificent architecture and rich cultural heritage. From the temples of Hampi to the Mysore Palace, from the ruins of the Vijayanagar Empire to Jog Falls and Bandipur Tiger Reserve, Karnataka's diverse and vibrant landscape has much to offer to everyone. With the largest coffee growing area and production of the highest quality of sandalwood, Karnataka is a leading agricultural state of India. Dubbed the Silicon Valley of India, Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, is India's leading information technology exporter. The state is a global startup hub and a manufacturing center for some of the largest public sector industries in India, including Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, National Aerospace Laboratories, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, Bharat Earth Movers Limited. Karnataka is home to India's premier science and technology research centers, such as Indian Space Research Organization, and leads the nation in biotechnology. From its glorious past to a global future, Karnataka presents a perfect blend of India's diverse cultural history and modern outlook.
You're watching TD India Live. I am Siddharth Bharadwaj, and India's northeastern state of Assam is glowing with festive colours as preparations peak for Christmas celebrations. From Gwalpara to Haflong and Guwahati, communities across faiths are coming together to welcome the festival with joy and warmth. Here's the report.
Preparations are in full swing across Assam ahead of Christmas, which will be celebrated tomorrow by members of the Christian community. People are busy making arrangements to welcome the festival with joy and enthusiasm. In various parts of Golpara district, Christian families have completed preparations to celebrate Christmas. In Rangchapara, recognized as Assam's first clean village, special arrangements have been made for the occasion. The village has been beautifully decorated with lights to mark the festival. Assam's only hill station, Haflong in Dima Hasao district, is also set to celebrate Christmas in a grand manner. It is embraced as a festival of joy that transcends ethnic and linguistic lines. Dimasa, Zeme, Hamar, Kuki, Khasi, Bengali, Assamese and Hindi-speaking families come together in a spirit rarely found in larger urban centers. Shops glow with decorative lights, pine wreaths, winter wear and colorful gifts. Street vendors add to this seasonal orchestra, creating a bustling but cheerful environment. What stands out is not merely the commerce but the shared excitement. Shopkeepers helping Christian neighbors select ornaments or non-Christian families decorating their homes simply to participate in the town's festive spirit. Similar scenes were observed in Guwahati, where the festive fervor has gripped the residents. The city's churches and shops have already been decorated with various lights. Meanwhile, the shops in the city are filled with colorful products. Bureau Report, DD India.
Christmas celebrations are in full swing across India, with Meghalaya's capital Shillong shining bright with lights, music and festive cheers. The Christmas celebrations are grander this year, with the first ever Shillong Wine Carnival showing Meghalaya's fruit wine culture. Held at the State Central Library, the event featured music, cultural performances and local wine and food stalls. Residents and tourists are thronging Kin Dialad and other areas to enjoy the festive lights and atmosphere. The celebrations are strengthening Shillong's appeal as a major Christmas and New Year destination.
I would say is very splendid, and it's much more, because earlier we would just see it in the circle, but this time it's the whole city is lit up and the whole city is ready for Christmas, which is like just amazing to walk around to get the Christmas feel.
All right, Dibendu Mondal joins us from Delhi, and we are also joined by Kanzil Rodriguez from Old Goa. First to you, Dibendu, could you spot Santa somewhere around you with gifts?
Well, Siddharth, Christmas is all about, fun, celebration, gifts. But of course, here I'm at the church, which is the Sacred Heart Cathedral Church in New Delhi. It is one of the most revered churches, in fact, in the whole of North India. But as far as the question is concerned, Siddharth, well, I haven't been able to spot a Santa yet. There were little kids that had dressed up as Santa and had been coming here since the evening. But yes, the people from across different parts of the city is thronging in to this particular church here in the heart of the national capital in New Delhi. This is just a stone's throw away from Connaught Place. And this is, in fact, every year in Christmas, we see, thousands of people coming in to, of course, see the decoration that has been lit up across the entire complex here at this church. And not just this, there have been prayers that are going on. And of course, there'll be the midnight mass that will be being undertaken by the priests of these churches here. Of course, and also what we hear is that the diocese of Northern India would also be part of this particular midnight mass. So therefore, as of now, Siddharth, a lot of excitement, a lot of people coming in from different parts of the city to enjoy, to see the decorations, to see the Christmas lights. There's a beautiful Christmas tree. We'll be sending in some visuals in a short while from now. That has been set up by the authorities here at this particular church. But of course, the mood in Delhi is celebratory. People are coming out of their homes to celebrate Christmas.
I wonder why you're not wearing red today, Dibyendu, but we so hope that you get a gift from Santa. And I was exactly at the same place where you are last year, and I can relate what you're saying because it's absolutely amazing. The way people come in from all walks of life and the kind of decorations that is there, it's absolutely amazing. And, really, really, absolutely enthralling as well at the same time.
Absolutely.
Now to you, Kanzil, tell us about the celebrations where you are standing. How are people coming in from all walks of life and how they're celebrating? But we know for a fact that Christmas in Goa is something to watch out for. People from all around the world come to Goa at this time to see how Christmas is in Goa. Tell us about what you're getting for us.
Yes, Siddharth, first of all, let me wish you a well in advance Merry Christmas, first of all. And
to you too.
If you go to see Goa, is fully getting ready, especially for the celebration of birth of Jesus Christ, especially for Christmas. I'm at a place very close to Old Goa in Kolim and Khalwadu. This is a place where the villagers have got together and they have put up over 500 stars in this simple ward. Where they have lit up the stars, and this will be there for the next more than almost 10 to 12 days during the Christmas celebrations. There would be, in the evening, there would be masses at various places where you can say about Old Goa, the Panjim, the famous Mary Immaculate Church. Then you go to the other side in South Goa in Margao, even in Vasco City, which is close to the Dabolim airport. So everywhere there would be Christmas celebrations. If you move around tonight, in any of the streets, you will see the streets lighten up with stars. Then
I know there's a beautiful decoration there in Goa, definitely, Kanzil. Now, Dibyendu, to you, did you see anything different this time around as far as the celebrations are concerned? Or the enthusiasm among the people? You had a word with them. Did you have a word with them? What are they saying? Just tell us about it.
Well, Siddharth, people in Delhi do celebrate Christmas with the kind of zeal that our colleague in Goa was talking about. Of course, the people coming here are excited. They'll be going out, they'll be partying. Before that, they are visiting different churches. The Delhi police has already, issued out advisories across different parts, across high footfall areas, including Connaught Place and different parts of southern part of Delhi, which is expected to see a huge number of footfall. Given the fact that, of course, the Christmas celebrations in Delhi it makes headlines. And, of course, people will be coming out of their homes. They will be going out. They are coming in where I am particularly at the moment. We have seen many kids. We have seen many people from different walks of life, irrespective of their economical, financial, religion, people coming in to celebrate Christmas. It's a festival of the Christians, but people in fact, in the whole part of India do celebrate as a festival of oneness, as a festival that brings everybody together. People across age groups have been coming here. I've seen very old ladies, walking, coming here with on their wheelchair. Of course, they did go inside to pray at the church. We have seen people from different age group, different economical, financial strata of the society, people of all ages coming here to celebrate this one festival of Christmas, which brings in a lot of enthusiasm and happiness.
Definitely, and I can see, the party is slowly starting. People are coming in. You're there at the church, but like I was just mentioning, I was there last year as well. Kanzil, what is so special in Goa? Tell us.
Yeah, especially when you talk about Christmas, that you get this sweets, traditional sweets like dadal, neurios, which we call in bolinas, which we call in konkani and all. And these are the sweets which are made during Christmas festival.
And of course the cake.
cake also, you can say. And these are, see, once the Christmas starts from tomorrow, this will be distributed. People go to everyone's house, greet them with Christmas celebrations.
I know.
So it is a bonding together, getting everybody together. Even people do visit old age homes where people are there, old people are there, visit them, talk about them, greet them. So it's a celebration
Definitely,
of getting
definitely.
everybody
The way you're
together,
telling us,
bonding with love.
it already seems like that. Even I want to come to Goa now. Dibendu, very quickly, what are your Christmas plans? Very quickly.
Well, Siddharth, I have been held up by the office till late in the night. But of course, I'll try to make some plans later once
Okay.
we are done with the celebration. But of course, Siddharth, Merry Christmas to you as well, to all our colleagues in office, and of course to all our viewers who are watching this. Wishing you a very happy and in fact a Merry Christmas to all our viewers.
All right. Merry Christmas to you, Dibendu, and Merry Christmas to you, Kanzal, as well. Enjoy, both of you. Thank you so much for joining in. And in sports, following a disastrous Ashes campaign, England skipper Ben Stokes said the mental well-being of his players was his main priority heading into the last two matches of the series. The England players faced heavy criticism since Australia wrapped up an 82-run win in the third test to take an unassailable 3-0 lead in the series and retain the urn. Fans have also alleged that some English players showcased a casual approach during second and third tests. Stokes, who has talked about mental health in the past as well, has thrown a protective arm around his side. Stokes said his priority as skipper was shielding his players from the growing glare of scrutiny. That's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.